Right, I'm back again. As I said, I'll talk about the conference. We need to run the conference. We'll, as I say, live stream it out of the top of the skyscraper. I went and visited a couple of skyscrapers yesterday, teed this up. It's all good, looks good, but we can't say where the skyscrapers are, because you must remember, if we're able to get resources security, because all the Indigenous tribes, we're delivering them these containers with homes and teaching their 16-year-olds how to build them, and sending in just a couple of our consultants, young consultants, to oversee the building, and done the traditional Indigenous way of how we treat our brothers and sisters who are Indigenous with dignity and respect. Because my corporation is only employing Maoris, and the recruitment's being done from New Zealand, so we can't be done over here for prejudice, but we use Japanese lean production systems. You work within the culture, right? And the Japanese Toyota manufacturing plants only hired Japanese, and when they went to America, the Americans spat the dummy. You're not employing our local people. The moment you do that, you need unions, and that's going to cost you heaps, right? But if you're working within the culture, I can say to 30 of our Maori workers, right boys, give me your mobile phones. They'll all hand them in, 30. But if I guarantee you that if I have people that are not in my culture, who have no respect for the elderly Maoris who's in charge, they'll give a dud phone and keep the other one in their phone, and they're going to be on the social media, checking their social media every 3 minutes on average, is what they're doing here in Australia. And that costs us 20% of our revenue here in Australia. They're losing, the corporates on average are losing 20% of their revenue, because people, it's called shrinkage, are on the damn phone to their friends, checking social media, out the back smoking, checking porn online, anything else but working for the corporation. We don't have that problem when we have our Maori people, because they want to work, they love to work, they're excited, and they will know their major goal, right? They're working on all the time, they have to work long hours with us, and they're happy as, and the social side's great. So, and they finish work and they go and drink booze and have a bit of a party, and then take a six-pack home with them. Hey, that's how you look after Maoris. And we don't use drugs either. So there you go. And we don't need drugs. Listen, you'd be happy. So coming back to our conference, we're going to live stream it using all the latest high-tech virtual reality, augmented reality, mixed reality and hologram technologies, live streamed out of the top of the skyscraper, and we'll take them up to have a look at our project with the Sustainable University for Sustainability that we're building, with 25 10-story high buildings with 5 compact communities. We've been working on the planning for this now for 2 years, myself and our architect. So in the meantime, we decided, well, we just stream the university out of the top of a skyscraper. Does the same job. So that's all good. So I've got to resign from this company and go and concentrate on working with my architect to put those 5 compact communities up, and as the resort and university for live streaming webinars about sustainability in 2,000 different languages, and we've got the website able to handle that with the massive back end. It took 2 years to build in India. It's huge, it's beautiful. So that's really, really good. If you're interested in the conference, you're looking at, we need to provide you with about 40 grand's worth of technologies, so you don't have to pay for that. If you're here to stay, I'm sure you can afford it, and your music superstars. And so just give us a 20% deposit, so we'll get all the technology developers to package it get it over to you with a consultant to show you how to use it, and particularly show your children. So if you get two, have one at work, one at home for your children. Your children will figure out everything, and they'll teach you what you need to know, how to use it. So that's all good, isn't it? And we'll let you know when the conference state is. Talking to our feng shui experts onto it now, two of them, one from over east and one here in Perth. And it's interesting, the one here in Perth said to me, once you got my date, because she's a new one we got, because the one I usually use, Di Ryman, has retired. And so she put me onto this other lovely one called Michelle. And Michelle is handling all our feng shui. And Michelle said to me, once she got my name and everything, and then my date of birth, and she said to me, last year, no one was listening to you. Got that right. Because they didn't. I was promoting our sustainable business, so mate, just went on deaf ears every time, every time. So I concentrated on working with the Ballina charity suicide, and they had 100% success rate, and also helping the Indigenous peoples with the sovereignty issues up in Darwin. So I spent 5 months up there, came back here to Perth, and still people didn't want to listen to me, but she said, no, it's changing in September. Right, as you explain why, because I'm a rooster. And I think it's the year of the pig, isn't it? And I had an operation, by the way, heart operation, and guess what they gave me? They gave me a pig valve in the year of the pig. Yeah, that's very interesting, isn't it? Yeah, my cheeky mates, when they came to visit me after I had the operation, they walk in and they go, "G'day, mate!" Yeah, because I got a pig valve, so they treat me like a pig. When it comes to food, I'm a bit of a hole. So anyway, that's where we're at the moment. And this conference, as I say, look, people think we're trying to do a sell job, and I hate selling. I hate it. I feel very uncomfortable taking money off people too, because that's wasn't how it's brought up. I'm from the old marriage society, right? We didn't have this stupid monetary system the way they run it today. Anyway, so we're not actually selling anything, right? Because about 20 years ago, there was a band came here from New Zealand. This is an awesome band, and I got to know the promoter, manager, and I said, hey, listen, I'm working on a project here. I'm working on this project here to set up a Kiwi club, provide all the hangi food and everything, and all our cool music from the R&B to the hip hop, and give our Kiwis what they love to hear. And when he looked at the concept, he said, mate, that's really going to go. And I said, yeah, I know. Because I used to be entertainment promoter. Anyway, so we had this nightclub that we were looking at buying. So I took him to it, and when he saw the layout, he said, mate, that is magnificent. You're cheap. So we did this. He says, all right. So I showed him, and we planned out how to do all the performances and everything. And I said, yeah, there's just one problem. He said, what's that? I said, mate, you know we're going to end up with queues about 2 miles long outside the front door. Because all the Kiwis are going to be coming here. There's 40,000 of us. I said, that's not good. Yeah, they're standing out in the darn cold for a couple of blocks. And you know what he said? He said, that is good, right? Because when you got a massive queue right down the road, you got a full house. When you don't have a queue, you've got an empty house. You got a full house, you're making maximum money. Oh, you're right. All right, sweet. So he says, yeah, just create the queues. That's actually what we do. So we're not focused on doing a big sell job on all the political leaders throughout the frontier and emerging markets. All we're doing is creating queues, saying, this is what we do. You want to check out the prototypes? Come and check them out. Right? Sweet. I thought it's fantastic. Then we showed them the PowerPoint presentations that I have not put online, that won Ernst & Young over instantly. and they put up 72 grand's worth of consulting fees on the spot to participate in our one-day business workshop from 9 a.m. to 9 p.m, where we provide the business plan, strategic plan and marketing plan for everybody involved, the technology developers, the strategic partners, joint ventures and affiliates, and all our corporate team, and to go right through the business plan, also the marketing experts and whatnot, all there for a whole day. So we streamlined those 3 plans. So anyway, they jumped right in when they realised what this was about. And when they saw those 3 PowerPoint presentations, they were sold. They said, I haven't put that online yet because that shows the multinational quasi-independent organisation corporate structure with the shareholdings going across, cross-holdings going across first tier, second tier supply chains, duplicated, re-engineered off Toyota. So we're here to create the queues, and we're creating the queues of technology developers, we're creating the queues of investors. Yeah, just build big, massive queues, you know, and the fact that Peter Newman's supporting us, that means we'll get all the institutional investors and environmentally friendly investors right down through the networks that follow him. And then on the other side, if I can bring Ali Saib in, he's the Director General of the World Renewable Energy Network. And Ali, I sent Ali a 2-page brief on the Sustainable Cities of Paradise. And Ali said to me when he caught up with me, he said, look, write me a 25-page document, I'll present it on your behalf to the World Infrastructure Congress in Monaco. This was the year before last. So Ali wanted a 25-page document. Now, Ali didn't know anything about what we're doing, but when I gave him a brief, he knew that this was smart business. So he acted on it straight away. He said he'd present it on my behalf, right, to represent my corporation. Now, how nice is that? #1 in the world for renewable energy. So I'm going to ask Ali if he's coming behind us. If Ali does, then we'll get all the renewable energy experts and all the investors in renewable energy. And renewable energy is 28 times more productive than any other industry on the planet. It's growing, and once all those railway tracks are cut up for the coal, there'll be no coal around the world in the next 12 months, then renewables is going to escalate in value. So that is very interesting what's happening. So if Ali comes in, puts a video up online backing us, then we'll get all those investors down that side as well. So if we're pulling together all the queues of political leaders from Africa over here, we're pulling in all the renewable energy companies over here, and we're pulling in all the sustainability companies over here, building companies, you name it, everybody's coming behind us to come in behind the vision. It's the vision. I always promote the vision. The only thing I like to sell is the vision. Because it's not about us, horrible older generations. The vision says to create a happy future for our children and for our children's children, both Indigenous and non-Indigenous, hence the reason why we have our Indigenous Peoples Learning Network to teach Indigenous peoples about all the dynamics of sustainable nation building, right, in the rapid mass production of our sustainable villages. 28 days we will build you a whole new, beautiful, wonderful village, even with a health centre in it if you want it. You can do your massages and everything. You can sit in a spa pool. You can sit in a hot tub. You can hop into one of our Vibrason or aroma steam rehydration units. Use the lymphocytes. You're just going to love it. So I'm not here to sell you anything. Just the vision. This is a beautiful vision, and on the end of the vision, you know, I said to create a happy future for our children and for our children's children, both Indigenous and non-Indigenous. The reason we say non-Indigenous, because it's for you children too, is because the Indigenous Peoples Learning Network says for Indigenous, right? It doesn't say for non-Indigenous, but that's not actually true. It's for the non-Indigenous children too, right? It's just how we known about the learning networks taking over social media, superseding social media, including Facebook. I registered Indigenous Learning Network right across all the domain names. So Indigenous Learning Network.biz.org, you name it, we got it. So it's like the first point of call for Indigenous peoples. It'll be in 2,000 different languages off our website that we have built. So you can communicate with us in your language. How awesome is that? And in the computer, inside the headset, you'll be able to watch our education processes and our music and entertainment in your native tongue. How wonderful is that? Being presented by your Indigenous people, not by us, because we don't speak your language. So that's good. Name a game, create the cues. And you see, people plagiarise everything, right? And they're going to try and duplicate what we do with the sustainable village, sustainable cities. But what they can't get is resources security, right? They can't get cheap oil as well, probably. So, and they can't get into the African nations, but because we're Maoris, you see. We're not a threat to them because we think like them. We're not focused on greed and materialism and an abundance of oil. Focus on simple things like social issues, music and dance, right? Arts, doing our creative arts and carvings and sculptures and pictures, whatever, dot paintings, whatever. So we love the arts. That's us Indigenous peoples. We're not interested in these big fancy mansions. These towns and cities can implode upon themselves, elevating ourselves over other people. We're not the foggiest bit interested in that. So, contact us if you want to be involved in this sustainable nation building industry conference. Top secret, first in the world. You won't know where we're streaming it from. And as I say, we're not here to do a sell job. We're here to create cues. And tell you what, I think I'll be the bouncer. See, because the bouncer is our Maori version of a security guard at a nightclub. See, the bouncer, he stands at the door. He looks at all the people in the queue and he sees a nice, lovely, beautiful chick dollied up to the hook and goes, "Oh, you're nice. You can come in." So she struts in with all her fancy Gucci handbag. She's in, right? And she got a nice attitude. She's a sweetie. You're in. Look at another fella. Oh, he's a nice fella. He's dressed up nicely. Yeah, go on, bro. You're right. And along comes a hood. Scruffy as, right? Wearing a patch. On your bike, boy. Boy, clean you up. What a good job to have, eh? So I'm going to be the bouncer on the door, looking at these politicians, and I'm going to go, you need to do our happy training curriculum, right? So that you know your major goal in life. We know what your political party wants to achieve for your nation, and if it aligns to our happy training curriculum, our vision for our children, let's talk business, my brother. It's like, oh, you can come in. Right, so they will come into our conference. And then we've got the renewable energy companies. Oh, you want to come in too? Yeah, you're good heart. You're looking after everybody. Yeah, you can come in. Yeah, come in there, bro. And then along comes an institutional investor, right? And so, look, I got 7.5 billion. It's only allocated for green infrastructure. I believe you've got it. That's right, Bo. You're a good guy. You can come into our nightclub. Yeah, step on in, man. Yeah. Oh, it's going to be a fun job, isn't it? Being the bouncer on the door of the sustainable nation building industry. So, that's what we do. Create the keys. We're not selling it. We don't need it. We've got 6 key technologies, and people think with sustainable villages, sustainable cities, the key technologies of the building and construction, what a load of gobbledygook. It's not. 5 of the 6 key technologies for sustainable villages, sustainable cities are related to social sustainability. I'll cover that another time. And we're sitting on it. And by the way, did you know that the Rothschilds, I mean, they own everything, don't they? Control the mining and petroleum industries, the energy markets, Hollywood, the music industry, international banking and commerce. But you know, in the big world of business, growth equity is the preferred investment over and above infrastructure, right? And that's where the multinational quasi-independent organisation corporate structure, with the cross-holdings across the second-tier, first-tier supply chains, the six world regional companies and up to the parent company, that's growth equity on steroids. But Rothschilds aren't interested in that, right? And Jacob Rothschild said last year at the public meeting that their push now, over and above banking and finance and everything, their push is the development research of social capital. And guess what? It's us Maoris who are sitting on it, and my friend George. 5 of the key technologies for developing sustainable villages and sustainable cities so that we get zero crime are social sustainability, social capital. With the Rothschilds, and they are very, very clever white fellas. And they're not interested in all the mining and energy and all the others. They are interested in social capital, but we got it, and they're not getting it. They got to get in the queue. And they're not getting an invite to this conference. Sorry, get out. And by the way, we do everything outside the box. Outside the box, right? Our building construction is outside the box. Our transport orientated development of sustainable cities using the rivers and the oceans as the main transport infrastructure, outside the box. Well, our social capital is also way outside the box. And we're at the leading edge. They took a long time to develop all these technologies. So I've gone 22 minutes. Well, that's a long video. So that's that. You got to stick with us, right? Because you can try and duplicate what we do in building these sustainable villages, sustainable cities in paradise. But what you can't do is duplicate the 5 key technologies which revolve around the development of social capital. You can't do that, you got nothing. See, because we can get 0 debt, 0 waste, 0 emissions. There's 0 emissions in this and our other products, right? We also can get 0 poverty because they're corporate owned and operated precincts. And we can get 0 crime rate thanks to the link break technology that I cracked. And we can permanently eliminate all forms of mental and emotional disorders, from severe and significant mental health disorders, from bipolar, paranoid schizophrenia, paranoid psychosis, ADHD, severe depression, you name it, whatever the mental illness is, we can permanently eliminate it, and it won't come back. It can't. Dude, that's way outside the box, isn't it? As long as you haven't got brain damage, we can repair it. And if you do have brain damage, well, we'll try with several different types of dynamic health technologies to repair the brain once we have the MRI scans and we can see what's up. So anyway, that's another story. I've gone to 24 minutes, so I've got to get off this particular video. Follow us, stay following us. You're going to learn a lot. When I get onto the link break technology, you just are going to be so impressed. And when you see me demonstrate it, how we, and I've got this person, he's been put into the Greylands hospital, mental institution, 20 times. 20 times. Paranoid schizophrenic. Fix him, piece of cake. And he wants me to do it. So we're going to do them. And when you see us do these things that the psychiatrists can't do, the psychologists can't do, your counsellors can't do, right? Nobody can do, but we can. And we can take the most violent, cruelest criminal and he'll become a peaceful soul, at peace and in harmony with himself. Physical, mental, emotional and spiritual. A beautiful person. Right, doing good for his fellow man. This is what we're sitting on. That's the #1 technology. And I'll talk about it another time. So I've gone to 25 minutes, I can get off. I'll do another video later.